Hello everyone, welcome back. Yesterday we saw how Mary had rushed to her cousin Elizabeth to share the astounding news that she was to bear the long-awaited Messiah. Elizabeth had greeted her so warmly. She was herself shortly to give birth to John the Baptist. Well, after 3 months together, it was time for Mary to return home to Nazareth. But what reception would she get? Let's find out.
And so Mary returned back here to Nazareth, already 3 months pregnant. Would anyone believe her story, that the child to be born was conceived by the Holy Spirit? Even Joseph was horrified at first, and he resolved to divorce her quietly. Until, that is, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream, saying, "Joseph, don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife, because that which is conceived within her is of the Holy Spirit. She will bear a child, a son, and you will call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins."
6 months later, Joseph was to leave Nazareth, considerably smaller then than it is now, and set off on the 70-mile or so journey south to Bethlehem, as the Emperor Augustus had ordered everyone to return to their ancestral birthplace for registration. Along these dusty tracks he must have trudged, taking Mary with him, an exhausting journey for one so heavily pregnant. At long last, the final ascent to Bethlehem. For them, the end of their journey. For the world, the beginning of a new era. So it was here, in Bethlehem, that Mary was to give birth to Jesus. Here, as John's Gospel puts it, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. The Church of the Nativity stands over the humble dwelling to which the shepherds hurried so breathlessly to see the true light that was coming into the world. Their awe and wonder as they approached to see the baby is reflected today by this great throng from all around the world, themselves irresistibly drawn to this, the very cave where Jesus was born. There's little now to recall the humble setting of his birth. The occasional glimpse of the rocky wall is the only hint of the cave itself, together with the ventilation shaft in its soot-blackened ceiling. And yet the mystery of God's great humility is powerfully felt at the silver star, the Star of Bethlehem, which commemorates the site. It's truly a place of the deepest devotion for all Christians. Upstairs, we enter the church itself, the oldest one in the world in continuous use, and it's stood here since Roman times on this historically undisputed and most holy site. Well, next time we'll get over to Nazareth, where Jesus was to spend his entire childhood. And intriguingly, we'll visit Nazareth village, where the lifestyle of the period has been most painstakingly recreated. It's on the very sites where Jesus grew up. So I hope you can join me. I'll see you there.